Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking into everything to do with the Enclave Plasma Rifles and how you can lose your mind, your body, and your soul trying to acquire one of these weapons. So let's crack on with the video. So before we crack on with the Enclave Plasma Rifles, I am going to throw in the Plasma Rifle, where to acquire the plan, and how to acquire the modifications. So currently we are at the White Springs North entrance. When you teleport here, make sure you go into the White Springs Mall. White Springs is just to the bottom right of Vault 76. Once you arrive here, if you just follow my pathing, we're going to talk to a lovely vendor bot. The Brotherhood of Steel vendor bot. I can't remember now what they were called. Here they are. It is the Brotherhood vendor bot. When you go in here, make sure you go to mods. No, not mods, notes. And for me, I already own it. But if you don't, obviously it'll be at the top. But there it is, plasma gun. So you want to acquire the plasma gun. So I'm currently over at my camp, and let's look at the plasma rifle and the modifications. So in energy guns, we're going to go down and you're going to see short plasma pistol. Now this short plasma pistol you can craft into a level 15 to a level 45, so you can test this weapon out at a low level if you so wish. You are going to need science perk rank 1 to craft this. So let's craft a level 45 and have a look at some of the modifications. Now the modifications for this weapon are pretty extensive, as all of the variants are in this weapon. To acquire the modifications, most of them, not all of them, are going to come from scrapping. The rest of them are going to be coming from certain events or treasure maps. You're going to have a look at that. I'm going to be here all day explaining that if I had to do that. So for the modifications on here, pretty much have all of them. I would put the prime capacitor on here just for the extra damage. I mean, you can have a look at some of the other ones, but I just feel having that extra bit of damage is definitely key to this. And the way the ammo works now, getting ultrasight plasma rifle ammo shouldn't be too difficult. For the barrel, now this is where things get interesting. You can have the automatic barrel, which makes this an automatic rifle. You can have the flamer barrel, which turns this into that green flamethrower that you've probably seen people use. And you can also throw on a splitter, which actually turns this into a shotgun. If you are one of those people who like shotguns, you could try this out if you so wish. I'm going to turn mine into a flamer, so I'm going to pop on the true flamer barrel onto it. There we go. And let's have a look at some of the grips. Now, a lot of these grips have pretty basic stuff here. Nothing for me affects VATS, so you can go with pretty much whatever works for you. I'm gonna go with the true stock just because I think aesthetically it looks kind of cool. So let's go for that. Now for the sights, I'm always going to put a reflex sight on it. Now I don't know if things have changed, but before, with weight would affect VATS as well. It just doesn't show. So what people would do is they would put the reflex sight on, because you would gain some VAT accuracy at a pretty low weight cost. If you look at other things, it's like 0.26, for example, instead of 0.08, right? So I'm going to put this reflex sight on there, make it look pretty cool. And the paint that I have is the poker paint. So let's slap that on there. And then we have it. We have ourselves a prime flamer plasma rifle. So now let's crack on with the Enclave Plasma Rifles. So one of the rifles you can acquire is the automatic one, and that you can get inside the White Springs bunker, which is by White Springs. And if you just follow me, we're going to go to the production level of White Springs. So once you've come down the elevator, if you just follow my pathing, you're going to go to the production level, which is just over here. And you're going to come into this terminal, and when you trade with Modus and look in the weapons section, you will see that he will have a chance for these automatic Enclave Plasma Rifles. Some of them come modded, most of them do not. It's a much rarer chance to get the reflex sight on the top of these rifles. I managed to acquire one about a month ago after looking for many moons. So if you keep at it, it's something I do every time I hop on a server, is hop over to White Springs Bunker. Let's look at another thing I do when I hop on a server. So currently I'm over at the Watoga station. Watoga is at the bottom right of the map. Here's Vault 76, and if you just follow me all the way down, you'll find Watoga down here. I normally go to the Watoga station to start off with, and the reason you come here is that there is a rare, and I mean really rare, chance to get the Flamer modification. So you come over to the vendor bot and you check what he has in his mods, and hopefully you'll find the Enclave Plasma Rifle Flamer modification here. You can also get the Sniper modification over at this bot. I can show you these real quickly. So I'm in my stash and I'm just looking at some of the mods here. Some of these, just ignore these are to be sold, but you can see here I'm selling one of the Enclave Plasma Gun True Sniper barrels. You can also get the Enclave Plasma Gun Aligned Flamer barrel. I have a couple of these. These sell for quite a bit if you do acquire one. They are extremely rare, hence their price is fairly high. You can also run over from the station into Watoga, and we're going to go to the plaza. Now be careful, you will have some resistance heading over there, so make sure you are armed and equipped to defend yourself. And let's crack on with it. I'm just going to try and run past all these laser shooting bots and head over to the plaza. This is the bot we're going to be talking to. And just like before, we're going to head over to the mods and look for the Enclave modifications, and he has none for me, unfortunately. So there are a couple of other ways to acquire the Enclave variant of the Plasma Rifle. One of them being the dropped connection event. This can be found on the map, and you might have to server hop a few times. Now, I have here a Radiation Rumble. It does not look like one of these events. So if you go down to the bottom left corner of your map and expand this sort of world activity thing, and you want to go and click on all, for me it's C, or you can just click on it. I'm not sure what it is on controller. And you will see here people's vendors, but you'll also see these events. One I have here is Enclave event, the Real Blast, Sense Rocks, whatever. This is not the one we're looking for. We're looking for dropped connection. And what will happen is you will head over there, you will complete it, a loot crate will fall from the sky. It's pretty cool, and you'll loot that and you will get the chance of a Enclave Plasma Rifle. You can even get the one with the Flamer mod on it, with the reflex sight on it, and so on and so forth. So fully modded, you can get a low chance of that through that event. It is rare, so you might have to be looking for a while. You might be lucky, who knows. Now the reason I say that is because the Enclave variant of the Plasma Rifle is, you can't craft it. You literally, there's no plans for it. You can't mod it without finding the singular modifications in the vendor, like I showed you earlier. And how it comes is how it comes. And if you have a mod, you can mod whatever modifications you have for it. And that's just how it is. It's pretty rough. It can be quite frustrating, and sometimes for weeks you won't find anything. It really is, it can be that bad. So that's why I showed the Plasma Rifle, which does slightly less damage than the Enclave weapon. The Enclave weapon is superior by a small margin, but just a normal Plasma Rifle, if you have access to that, is still fine enough. Another way to acquire one of these weapons is to look at player vendors. Some people will sell these. I bought one for about 5,000 caps. Granted, that was pretty cheap. That was a Flamer mod Enclave rifle with the reflex sight on it. Very cheap. You can find some bargains, so definitely look around at player vendors and see what they have to sell. Sometimes they have cheap goodies that you can pick up with your caps. So I'm over at Owatoga, and we're going to be testing out these Enclave Plasma Rifles. Now, I do have the sniper, the flamer, and an automatic. So we're going to start off with the flamer. The flamer that I have here is absolutely disgusting, and it is a bloodied variant with 50% critical damage and 25% action point cost minus that. So we do have a nice 24 AP cost with this flamer, which is beautiful. I am fully fed, and I do have some tato salad rocking and rolling with me on this one. So let's crack on with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to only do the beginning section of West Tech for each part. Wow, we actually... Oh, almost blew up. That's what happened there. Okay. Well, we're alive. That's the main thing. You can't even see me. And I mean, you could see how insane this weapon is. It just deletes. I mean, we're... Someone hiding behind somewhere. Where are you? What is happening here? Okay, I don't know where that guy is. I'll leave him, but we'll go for this legendary. Yes. Give me your legendary stuff. We're under fire. We're under heavy fire. But I mean, you can see this thing died to the explosion. You can see how insane these weapons are. I mean, they just absolutely delete stuff. They are my favorite weapons. I don't know if anyone's realized I do use them all the time, but this is by far my favorite weapons. If it's go time, I'm pulling out the Enclave Plasma Rifles of some kind. Right, let's switch over to a different variant. So we're back with the automatic variant. The automatic variant that I'm using here is a bloodied with the 50% chance to hit targets in VATS and 100% faster movement speed while aiming, which is neither here nor there. This hasn't got a prime capacitor, I think they're called, on this, so it is what it is. I'm losing out on a little bit of damage, but it shouldn't change too much here. So a couple of things I wanted to mention is that these weapons actually benefit from using science perks, so make sure you have all your science perks on. I don't know why that sounds like it's behind me, but you can see the range that you have with this this weapon. My audio is all over the place. You can see the range that you have with this weapon is just, I mean, come on. Now you can get close to this with the what's going on? You can get close to this with the plasma rifles. Obviously, you're just going to lose out on a little bit of damage from the Enclave. I'm a glutton for punishment, and I love rare weapons, so that is why I really pushed for months to try and get a supply of Enclave weapons. I had to buy some from people. I was looking around at a lot of different vendors and doing all the different events to acquire one. Let's try out the sniper. And we're back again, and this time with the sniper variant. I did change my perk cards to compensate. So here we have a quad with critical damage and action point on it. Not too bad, and it does actually have the prime capacitor thingy-majiggy on there. I wish it had a reflex sight, but it is what it is. This is what we have, and this is what we're going to use for this demonstration. So let's crack on with slaughtering some mutants. So you can see the damage is, you know, similar, but it does have, due to that quad, that lovely huge 99 round, I think it is, magazine. Ooh, legendary. So I could just keep firing. I'm gonna heal up here. The guy is literally taking no damage. Why does this? The sound is behind me, and the guys are in front of me. I hope that doesn't come out in the video. Sounds so weird. I don't know what's going on. So I think he's over here somewhere. The sound is failing me, so I have to go with, they're on the opposite side of, yeah, there he is. Look at them all. Oh, I need a heal. Who's shooting me? Where are you at? Another legendary down there. Ooh, yeah, the sound is definitely playing up with me on this one. Can I snipe this? There we go, we got it in the end. So yeah, that's the sniper. I'm gonna loot up my legendary, and that is gonna conclude this video. These weapons are quite difficult to obtain, but I did want to show how to go about trying to get your hands on some of these weapons. I do use them a lot in my video, so I thought I'd make a video on them. Another thing to mention is, and I wanted to wait till the end of the video for this, is that we hit 500 subscribers. And as a thank you, we're going to be running a little giveaway of some in-game goodies, some plans and such, for hopefully for newer players that don't have some of the plans that they might be looking for or might not even know about. For example, I'm going to be throwing in a potato salad plan, which is a pretty rare plan from Grams. If you haven't got that, you can try and get your hands on one of those. It's a pretty good buff if you're a herbivore. So definitely if you're a herbivore and you don't have the plan, we're going to be giving away that with a couple of other things as well thrown in with that. Cheers all for joining me. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one.